Hello everyone, this is Priyakshi from evreporter.com. In this session, we are going to talk about the management of end of life lithium ion batteries. With the growing adoption of electric mobility, there is a lot of curiosity around the handling of end of life EV batteries. Can they be reused for some second life application that is less intensive? And what is the economics behind the recycling of lithium ion batteries? So we have Rohan Singh with us on this call. He is the director of strategy at ZipTrax, that is a startup based out of Delhi, working on the end of life and overall life cycle management of lithium ion batteries. So, Rohan, pleased to have you. Can you tell us a bit more about ZipTrax and your work with the lithium ion batteries?
So basically, ZipTrack started off with the concept of urban mining for batteries, and we have built upon that concept for extraction of critical battery materials. We're also repurposing lithium-ion batteries in order to put them back into service. So this could be going into electric vehicles as well. It could
Mhm.
go into energy storage, which is a direct application for second life batteries. On the third part, we have AI based software, so it essentially works as a SaaS, and we are providing this to basically our partners and customers to help them better evaluate their battery performance over the time. We're putting a kind of ecosystem approach here
Mhm.
with recycling, reuse, or repurposing, and AI battery intelligence for batteries.
Okay. We also see reports like there was a Bloomberg report that said that recycling wave is around the corner because hordes of lithium ion batteries for EVs are set to reach the end of useful life. The number will jump to somewhere around 1 million from the EVs only by the year 2027. So overall, what is the state of lithium ion battery recycling? Because you would also hear opinions like the batteries are going to the landfills and e-mobility is going to create heap loads of toxic waste and contaminate the soil and groundwater resources. So, can you clarify what is the actual current state of lithium ion battery recycling globally?
All right. So first we'll talk about the global scale. Both the contexts are correct in the question, because often these batteries do land up in dump yards or landfills, and they get mixed with garbage waste, which causes them to catch fire. A lot of times these batteries have been wrongly sent to lead acid battery recyclers as well, so that has also resulted in quite a lot of fires in especially in North America. And coming to the point that what is the exact infrastructure present today to recycle these batteries, it's very nascent. Very few companies are today in this segment. Most of them are startups. Because one of the key things to realize here is that lithium-ion battery plants, manufacturing plants, are right now coming up. So they click so much today to be investing into lithium-ion recycling plants, but that could change once we see more electric vehicles on the road. Definitely, we'll see a lot of interest from people to know where these batteries will be going. So that's how it's gone for plastic. That's how it's gone for e-waste, and in similar fashion, it will go for lithium-ion batteries. The interesting part here is that in the West, in United States and Europe, there is an increasing realization that yes, these batteries are now on the road. So Tesla is selling large number of cars. Other electric vehicle companies also selling now large number of cars. So they have started putting up at least research grants, scientific prizes for setting up these facilities, a lot of investor interest also. So United States, in fact, has come out with a specialized battery recycling initiative. Similar alliance has been formed in Europe with the battery and EV companies collaborating. So, but in China, you see, it's more of regulation driven, wherein Chinese government has put in rules which say that each importer, brand, or producer of lithium-ion battery has to be empaneled with the recycler, and without so that's basically extended producer responsibility.
I see. So we can see that with the adoption of e-mobility, we can see more of the recycling units coming up in the future, and especially once the regulations are in place, it also gives the business a more clear vision when they are planning their operations
Definitely.
and investing, right? So with these facilities coming up, what kind of technical knowledge or the skills will be required to be employable in this area?
Well, there are two things here. One of the thing is the mechanical, and the knowledge about large plants, operation of these plants. So that's more or less mechanical. Mechanical or mechatronics engineers could be of use here. Other than that, I think more or less metallurgical or chemical engineers would suit the process. We can also take people who have knowledge in or they have PhDs in chemistry and material science, battery itself, battery extraction processes.
So, like there are different kinds of lithium ion batteries. There are LFP and NMC and NCA, LTO. So when we talk about the buyback value or the salvage value, is that uniform, or how does that differ among different chemistries?
So there are, coming from the perspective of reuse, it doesn't really matter much on the chemistry, but on the number of cycles that remain, or the kind of performance that can be delivered, the energy that can be delivered, or the power that can be delivered over a time of, over a cycle life. So that will not be determined by the chemistry, but inherently, for an example, LFP batteries have longer lifespans than NMC batteries. So at least now that is the case. So LFP batteries could fetch a higher price in terms of dollars per kilowatt hour uh, during the second use. But on the flip side, LFP is not so valuable considering the iron and phosphate chemistry or chemicals inside compared to the cobalt and manganese, cobalt and nickel inside NCM or NMC batteries. So the for the material extraction, obviously nickel and cobalt rich chemistries will fetch a higher value, versus for a second life application, uh, LFP kind of batteries or LTO can fetch a higher value.
Okay. And I think my last question will be, can you share any estimate on the scale of lithium ion battery reuse and recycling operations in India? What kind of numbers can we expect to see going forward?
The scale, okay. So well, right now reuse potential or that has been exploited in India is very very small, I would say. In fact, I have not come across, apart from a few startups like Ziptrax or Noonam, I have not come across many companies who have actually ventured into second use of batteries. There is a gray market out there which utilizes individual cells in power banks as dummy cells or as lower performing cells to lower the cost of the power banks. So apart from that, there has not been much use or reuse of these batteries. Mostly it has been on recycling, but this can be scaled up. At least in our experience, we have seen that batteries up to say 20-25 kilowatt hour as battery packs can be deployed in energy storage applications, and around 5 kilowatt hour is what we are using for three-wheeler application. So that way, I think the quantum can be really big in the next 2 years. We could reach maybe 100 megawatt hour by the end of 2022.
I see. So thank you, Rohan, for taking the time, and thank you to all our viewers for watching. Thank you.